welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do the answers for my questions from my Q&A. So thank you to everyone that's left a comment on my Q&A video and also sent me a DM via Instagram with your questions. So I'm going to go through them now. So first up, where are we? The first one was from the lovely Susie from Scrumptious Cooking, A Slimming World with Susie. What would you say your style of clothes are that you like to wear? For example, casual, smart, girly, etc. Okay, I would say I'm very casual. I pretty much, in the winter, I pretty much live in my jeans. I wear t-shirts, sweaters, trainers. I haven't always been like this, but I would say, yeah, I'm quite casual, really casual. In respect to being girly, I love to stay in like what the latest trends are. So there's some like bloggers that I follow on Instagram that I like to like, kind of get style inspired, sort of dressing for my age, but also to sort of remain stylish. So I do get a lot of inspiration from them and ideas and yeah, various things. With regards to like if I'm girly as in like flowery and stuff like that, I'm probably not. I'm looking at my wardrobe now. I do have some like flowery bits that I do wear. A lot of it I have is stripes, mainly grey, white and black, navy with a hint of leopard print because I do like my leopard print. Yeah, very casual. However, if I'm going out, say I was going out for lunch with the girls or something, never happens, but it has happened a few times, I probably would either wear jeans and smarten up with like a blazer kind of style, or maybe some like culotte style trousers, which are kind of in fashion at the moment, the wide leg, with some like loafers, and then like a blouse that's quite simple with like a blazer. So I can be kind of smart in that sense. I do wear jewellery in that when I go out, so sometimes I wear like dangly earrings. Makeup, I always have makeup on and I always do my hair. Not today so much, it is usually tied up, but usually if I'm going out I will style my hair. So I'm quite girly in that respect, like love getting my nails done, having beauty treatments, stuff like that to make me feel good. But I'm very kind of simple, kind of like, I like classic designs that kind of you can swap and change, like you can wear them in the evening but you can also wear them on the school run. And so yeah, I guess I'm girly in that respect, but I'm not girly as in wearing like florally dresses and things like that, though I'm getting more into skirts. I mean, I have worn skirts before, like the thought of wearing a skirt when I was heavier just never appealed to me, so I kind of lived in my harem pants in the summer, but I'm kind of wearing more skirts now. I've just ordered a couple that have arrived today that look amazing. They're kind of like a midi length skirt, like A-line, which look really nice. They look nice with a t-shirt and some like some like trainers, or Vans or whatever. So yeah, I am very casual, but I do like to look a little bit girly. Yeah, I hope that answers that question. Next question is from Liz Baus, which is, I hope I pronounced that right, or is it Baus, who's on YouTube and also on Instagram. What is my business that I talk about? She loves to see people's pages of what they make and sell. Well, it's not actually anything that I make, or I sell stuff but I don't make it, unfortunately. I wish I was that creative. Yeah, 4.5 years ago, whilst I was pregnant with Ralph, I launched a business called Sydney Boo, which is my online kids wear store. And last week, I closed it. I haven't officially closed, I've just closed, I announced that I've closed. I sent an email to my customers and also via my Instagram account for Sydney Boo. It's something that I haven't like just spontaneously decided that's enough. I had been thinking about this probably for about 1.5 years, and each season I was going to stop it, but I just thought, no, I'll give it one more because there's other stuff I want to do. And I thought I could try and do it alongside it, but I can't even research what I want to do alongside it. So I need that time to research it. I have three ideas probably, possibly 4 ideas of things that I want to do. All, some of them are similar, some of them are different. Not all at once, I'm just going to do one thing, but I just want to choose the right one. And I can't make that choice. I need a bit of time off as well from it. It's been like, you know, 4.5 years. It's restricted us with holidays. Well, no, it hasn't restricted us with holidays because I would have just shut the shop for like 2 weeks or whatever. But I knew I always had to come back and there would always be a pile of orders or something. It's just financially not sustainable anymore. And as much as I love it, the industry that I'm in, if anyone works in that industry will know, it's been very hard. So it was just the best time now to shut the door. It's just a different chapter of my life and move on and use the skills that I have learnt and maybe put that into a new role or train to do something. As I said, I have a couple of ideas. I just want to put some sort of look into courses or look into how I can kind of get down that route or which direction I want to take it. And that's what I will do over sort of the next few months once I've shut the shop. The shop doesn't actually officially close until the end of June. I need to get that sorted actually. Must email my web host to make sure that bin is shut. And then come the summer, I've got a few weeks off to kind of get sorted, try and get rid of the rest of the stock, if there's anything left over. And then hopefully then I'll just have the summer off and maybe do a bit of research to then kind of start thinking about signing up to do a course or whatever I choose to get into. That is the plan. I still have my little job along the side, so that's kind of like where my main income comes from. The business was just pocket money and I have loved it, but yes, unfortunately it will no longer be. And I have only just announced that last week, so it's really new, that sort of fresh, that I'm shutting the shop. So yeah, that's it. That's what I do. Maybe I could learn to make something. That's the way to do it, I think. Next up is from the lovely Jo New SW. How do you stay focused? Is it a particular goal or something else? For me, it's about, I will know when I'm done, I'm at target. I have set my target. I am going to change it by another ½ stone. So that is something to focus on. Sorry, a little person needed me. Yeah, so I'm going to change my target on Friday when I go to group. I'm going to drop it by ½ stone. So it's just over 1.5 stone I want to lose. I think I will be happier there. It's kind of what my goal was previous to after having Sydney. It's something I've kind of dieted, but I just never got into it. I don't want to go as low as, I think I got down to like just under 9.5 stone when I did Weight Watchers years and years ago. I was early 20s, I was a lot young, or mid 20s, I was a lot younger, and I lose it in my face and I just don't want to look gaunt. I don't like that gaunt look. I want to get strong and healthy, but I still want to be like a manageable weight as well. So that is my target of getting, I know that's where I'm aiming to get to. But if you take away the target, I also want to get into a place where I feel happier. Now, since I've lost nearly I say nearly 2 stone, but I've checked the scales and I'm at 2 stone, so well over 2 stone. So we'll see what Friday brings. We don't know, but at the moment I've lost the 2 stone. So I have felt so much better. I'm actually starting to like what I see in the mirror. I might get to my original target, what it is at the moment, before I change it Friday. I might get there and think, do you know what? I don't want to lose anymore. I look healthy. I feel great. I'm doing weights and I'm always going to be a little bit heavier than what does that make sense? I'm going to have to expect to be heavier. So I'm going to have to ignore the scales, but I want to be strong and look lean and feel lean without looking too skinny. So I want to just look healthy. If I feel healthy and feel good, I've also got some clothes as well that if once I get into them, whether I wear them or not now, because my tastes have changed, if I can fit into them, I know that I've achieved that goal. That's what the size I was happy at. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. There's various things apart from my target, if you take that out of the equation. And the way I stay focused is really just, one, doing these videos, it really helps me, and two, writing everything down. I don't see I don't see writing it down as a diet. I'm just a real notes person. Like I have loads of notebooks. I write loads of notes. Whether I tick my to-do list off and things like that is a different story, but I like to be organised and write notes, and that is how I see it. I remember then what I've eaten. I have tried not to do it without, or when I've been out and I've forgotten, and then later on I'm like, oh my god, I forgot to put that down. So I'm a real note person, and so writing it down really helps me stay focused. It helps me see that, oh, I've eaten 13 sins today. I don't really need to have that chocolate bar that I think I want, but I don't actually need. It's little things like that. Does that make sense? So they're the kind of things that make me stay focused. But I think my main focus is how I feel, and seeing how I feel now. I have actually combated like a lifetime, and I'm talking a lifetime. I'm talking about since I was 12, of emotional eating, binge eating, picking, and I've combated that now. Like picking was the last thing that I didn't even realise I was doing, and I might pick, like if I'm picking speed food when I'm cooking, but that would be it. So yeah, to do that is a big accomplishment. So I want to stay focused to get to my next goal, which would be getting like my target, but I'll know when I get there. I just want to change it. I don't want to get to my target and think, oh, I really want to lose another half a stone, because it's been playing on my mind. I've talked about it for a long time now. It's been playing on my mind, and I was chatting to my friend. She was just like, just change it. You can always change it back, or cold target. If you don't want to get there, I'm not going to be like, oh, if I can't get there, I'm going to call target. That's not what I want to do. If I feel happy before I get to my target, then I'll call it. If you can do that. I don't know if you can, but I'm gonna. So yeah, that's how I will focus and how I will get to that particular goal. That comes on to, where was I? No, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Oh no, sorry, it was this the next question on my list. What made you start vlogging? From Sue Hayward Alt. The lovely Sue left that message. Yes, so staying focused made me start vlogging. It was the lovely Kath from Budget Slimmers. I think it was Kath at the time, because I know she leaves most of the comments on here, and Laura sort of looks after Instagram. But I think it was Kath that commented and sort of gave me that little push, which has really, I can't thank her enough, because it has really helped me stay focused. I don't know if I would still be sitting here and lost 2 stone if I hadn't been doing my video, doing the vlogs. I've mentioned before all the YouTubers that I did it in my 500 subscribers video of all the let's get my words out, YouTubers, not YouTubers, that inspired me. So they inspired me, and it really, watching the videos helped me get ideas, helped me stay focused, helped me realise that it's okay to have an off day. It's okay to have an off-plan meal. It's one meal out of, was it 21 meals? 28 if you're having snacks and more. It's one meal, and that has helped me stay focused as well, having that one, if I go out, I enjoy myself, and it might not be something on plan, but I choose the best I can, and I might not choose a salad because might not want a salad. I might have a pizza, but it's one meal. it's very rare I come out, so you know, it's not like I'm going out all the time. And if people do that, that's absolutely fine. That's, as I said, that's their journey. But so yeah, that's why I wanted to do vlogging. One, because Kath kind of gave me that little push, but two, because you know, if these people are helping me, I could help others, and I hope I'm doing that. You know, some of you leave lovely comments, and it really means the world to me that I'm kind of helping you or encouraging you in some way. Or so yeah, that's why. What was your favourite pudding before quark? That's from the love. Is it quark or quark? I said quark. It's like the scone and scone. I still don't ever know. Claire Curtis left that. I love you, Claire. I follow her. Well, we follow each other on Instagram and on here. Claire follows me. If I'm totally honest, I was never a pudding fan. I liked all puddings. I loved crumbles. I loved profiteroles, sorbets, bread and butter pudding, chocolate tarts, lemon meringue. I liked them all. I'm just not a big pudding fan. Like, if I go to a restaurant, I never have like three-course meal or anything, unless it's like you pay for it, and even then I don't always eat the pudding. But like, if I go for a meal, I'll have a starter rather than a pudding. I mean, I went out for my Christmas meal, I could have had a 3-course meal, but I chose to have 2 courses. I wasn't paying or anything, it didn't matter. I just chose to have 2 courses, and I chose a starter and main because I didn't want the pudding. I'm not a pudding fan. I know I was doing Slimming World at the time, but I probably would have done exactly the same the previous December. I'm just not a big pudding fan. And I always regret it afterwards. I feel they're kind of rich. I don't like creamy foods. I hate cream. I'm not a big fan of cream. So I like a tiny bit on my scones, if I'm having them, but I can even miss it out. But if I had to choose one, it would probably be a New York cheesecake. I just kind of like that biscuity feel. When I was at school, I remember cooking, and it was one of the desserts that I really like to make. So yeah, it would be a New York cheesecake would be one that I would choose, or any cheesecake really. And that's not because I like grape nut cheesecake, but it's just, I just like the texture of it. Lisa Snow asked, and I love this question because it's a really good question. And if anyone asks about Q&A, I'm going to put this question if you don't get there first, Lisa. If you could only eat one breakfast, one lunch, one dinner and a treat on plan, what would they be and why? So first of all, breakfast. It would be, and this is something I've loved, or even before Slimming World, okay? So my favourite breakfast, I get really excited when I have it, and I have it at least probably once a week, is a bowl of spinach, just raw, with 2 boiled eggs that are like, where there's still gooey in the middle. Not soft boiled, just like half hard, half soft. 6 minutes in a boiling pan. Lovely. Cut in half. Sometimes I add a bit of bacon, so I just chop loads of bacon up and fry it so it's like kind of crispy. Obviously fat removed. And mushrooms. So fried mushrooms again in fry light. Put those in there, chopped up, sliced. And some sriracha sauce. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's usually where the soy sauce is. It's or the sweet chili sauces. Big bottle. Most places sell it now with a green lid, and it's half a tablespoon. I usually use like a teaspoon, literally just a drizzle, and it's definitely not a tablespoon, but I usually add half a spoon anyway, and I love it, and it's really yummy. So that's what I like. That's what I would choose for my breakfast. I could eat. I have eaten it every day once. I just loved it. So that's what I would have for my breakfast. Nothing that exciting. For lunch, I would probably choose. I always struggle with lunches. Like, I like soups and I like salads, but I just find them a bit blur. So I do like to have a bit of carbs at lunch, and that would probably be one of the Fitzgerald's bagels, and I would probably put either some like smoked salmon in there, or ham, with some salad, sliced cucumber, tomatoes, with a bit of lighter than light mayo. That's what I would have for my lunch. For dinner, I would probably go, now I did think about this because I do like stir fries, I do like bolognese and I love lasagna, but I would probably go for my creamy Cajun pasta because I love it. We've had that like twice a week once, quite often actually, and it's just really nice. It's filling, I add loads of speed, it's just tasty, it's creamy. And as I said, I don't really like creamy rich sauces. I've gone off carbonara, I haven't had carbonara for years, just find it too rich. But I like it when it's like made with like quark. I mean, I've always used quark for things like that, if I make my own carbonara, or like a low fat, like maybe natural yogurt, like a low fat one. I'll stir that in some pasta with some tinned tomatoes, but quark, I find quark better because it doesn't curdle. But yeah, my creamy Cajun pasta would be the thing. And just because it's filling, it will fill you up at the end of the day. Yeah, that's why it would just fill me up at the end of the day. And then my treat, and I think it's just because it's something sweet, something, you know, I'd have to sin it because I would have had my healthy extra B already, wouldn't I? Would be the grape nut cheesecake with Nutella. Yeah, or just use like half your healthy extra B with the grape nut. Yeah, I would have the grape nut cheesecake, or just the quark with Nutella and the frozen cherries. It's just a really nice pudding snack. It's filling, it fills you up, it just tastes nice. It stops me picking at chocolate bars or anything like that. Yeah, really like it, and it's just a nice end to the day. It's like once I've had that, I feel good. And a lot of the time I do have it, and I might just have skinny syrup instead of Nutella, and I probably won't have the grape nut with it. I'll just have, you know, quark with the cherries on the top with kind of some sort of sweetener, like options for 2 sins or 1.5, or skinny syrup. And yeah, you can sort of then keep it really low sin if you want to. So that's what I would have on plan, and why, because it's lovely. It's yummy. If you want to know how to make it, go and visit KSW. She's the one who told me all about it. It's a complete game changer, and you can just adapt it in so many different ways. But it's one of her quark videos. It's the first one, which she's got that, how she makes it on there. This was someone on Instagram, and not going to mention the name because they didn't leave it on here, but also I don't know if they want to know because they sent me a message. But it's how did I meet my husband? We aren't married, so we've been together for 17 years. We went to school together. Didn't really know each other at school. He didn't have a clue who I was. I used to see him, he was a year above me. I used to see him when he was driving around, so he was at college and I was still home from school, see him driving around. I think, oh, he's quite nice. And then I went to a different college, but I still used to see him around. And I knew he was like friends with friends, and like one of his best friends I was really good friends with when I was at school, but I didn't really like hang out with him. He was never there. And then later on, sort of down the line, we're about 19, 20, I used to go out drinking to the pub with my friend, and a couple of them worked with Darren's best friend, and so they sort of come out, we still go to the pub together, and we were just friends for a long time. I actually worked with his cousin as well, and we became really good friends with his cousin before we were together. And yeah, we just go drinking, and then we kind of just got together. Yeah, we both fancied each other and been together ever since. We didn't live together for a couple of years. I lived with friends, which again was one of his best friends. I lived with one of his best friends who wanted to didn't finish uni, didn't want to go back out to live with his parents, so he lived with me and our other friend. And yeah, we house shared, and then me and Darren bought a place together, bought a flat, and then we were there for a couple of years and then bought a house. And yeah, that's it, that's our story. So yeah, a long time. We will get married one day. We are engaged. We've been engaged before we decided to have babies. We just chose to have babies first, I was never fussed about getting married originally, but we did in the end, decided to get engaged in the end. But yeah, that's it. And the last question is, do you think you'll have any more children? This is from Irene, Scotland, and that's a big firm no. I've always wanted 2 children. That's all I ever wanted. I've never been fussed whether it's a boy or girl, girl boy, boy boy, girl girl. Never bothered me. I just wanted 2 children that arrived safely. That was all. And I kind of, if I'm totally honest, I always kind of wanted 2 the same. I didn't care if it was 2 boys or 2 girls, because I always wanted a sister and I had a brother. And then later I've got a half brother as well. I never had that sister. I got on like well with my cousin when we were younger, but she was quite a bit older than me, so there was a big age gap. So I kind of I always wanted that sibling thing. And I know people don't always get on with their siblings. My dad doesn't, you know, hardly talks to his brother. My friend doesn't talk to her sister. So I mean, people get on, but not the same. So there's always that thing. But yeah, I just wanted to have that, like, for my children. And yeah, I was quite happy when I had another boy. And they fight like cat and dog, but they also get on really well as well. So it's very sweet. But yeah, the answer to that is no. We have talked about it. We have talked about having another one ages ago. We did for a while. There's just no room here. We live in a 2-bedroom house. You know, boys and girls can share for a while. That's fine, but there'll come a time, even if we'd had another boy, they still want their own space eventually. At the moment, we just can't afford. We live like one of the highest areas, you know, apart from London. The house prices are ridiculously high, and we just can't afford to move at the moment. We will do. It's just got to decide when and where. But eventually, or we go into the loft. That's the other thing. But again, that it all costs money. And I just don't know if I want 3. I think it's lovely. And a lot of people I know recently have gone for a 3rd, ended up having twins. So you do have that thing to think about as well. But no, I definitely don't want any more. Plus I'm also quite a bit older now, and I'm starting to feel like I'm getting, not my life, I don't resent my children at all, far from that. But they, you know, my children are very, very lucky. My children have always slept through pretty much, but I'm starting to feel myself again. I'm starting to I want to do a course. I want to kind of do the next thing. And I just feel like having another one would kind of hold me back a bit. And I just really want to do that for my children. I want them to have, you know, I want to be able to take them on holiday in the future and things like that. So that is why I don't want any more. So I hope that's clarified everything. Sorry it's a bit of a long video, but I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. And that's it really. I shall speak to you all very soon. Take care everyone. Bye.